Alright, if you're looking for some entertainment suggestions, you've come to the right place. I have another episode of What I'm Watching where I will give you 3 selections that you can find across various streaming services. In this episode, all 3 selections can be found on Netflix, so let's go ahead and jump right in. First up, we have the show Unauthorized Living. This show I found to be quite entertaining. It's about a drug lord who has discovered that he has Alzheimer's. This has kind of an old school mafia kind of code of conduct feel to it, where even though they operate outside the law, he has his own morals, he has his own standards, but they are breaking apart because he now has a degenerative disease that he has no control over. This show, you're going to constantly be on your feet. Something's going to be coming at you every minute, because in this kind of world, once you show weakness, the wolves are going to descend. Everybody is going to start coming for you if they hint or smell the slightest bit of weakness. This is a total binge-worthy show. There are only 2 seasons, but don't worry, you're not going to be left on a cliffhanger. Everything wraps up rather nicely. There are quite a few episodes to each season, so if you're looking for something to binge, then go ahead, start this one. You're going to get hooked and you're going to be invested. You want to know how this story ends. Our second selection is going to be another series. It only has 1 season for right now, and it is the show The Barrier. Now, while this is set in kind of a futuristic time frame, it's still very relevant to the time period and the times that we are living in right now in 2022. It sort of has kind of also Nazi Germany parallels a little bit. It kind of relates to present time, but it also kind of has a little bit of those old feels to it as well. As I mentioned, it only has 1 season right now. I haven't seen anything that says it has a season 2. If you go on IMDb, it doesn't have an ending date yet, so maybe they're just filming season 2, maybe it's in production, who knows. But as of right now, there is only 1 season. Our third and final selection is going to be the movie Orbiter 9. Now this one kind of has those M. Night Shyamalan, I probably didn't say that right, vibes to it, where you think you're going one way, but then it's gonna spin you and send you on another way. This show really brings the question how far we are willing to go in the name of science. When does experiments kind of start to overstep into a moral code? Who's policing these experiments? What will we do in the name of science? This movie is set up for a sequel. I can definitely see where that could happen with the ending. Not that I know if there is a sequel, but the ending definitely leaves it wide open for something to happen. So those are the 3 selections. I have to say that Spain really produces some great content, be it movies or series. So if you're bored with current entertainment choices, if you kind of feel like you've watched everything you can watch, head to Netflix. Give some of these Spanish selections a try. There are movies, there are series, there is a whole plethora of Spanish content on Netflix, and some of them are gems. There are subtitles if you don't speak Spanish. That's totally not an issue. You can also, I believe they can dub it. I prefer subtitles over dub, but whatever you need to do. Now, if you really aren't feeling any of these selections, don't worry. I have other videos here for you from the same playlist that have all new selections for you to choose.